Guys, any questions? All right. Let's try to also look at this. So it also should give you two different ideas. Okay. If you are planning to create an AI solution for your client from a technical side, not really tool side, from a technical side, if you are planning to create an AI solution pipeline, all right, you should always ask for two different things. One, do I have data? Two, is my client okay for probabilistic kind of an response? Okay, let's say you are trying to create like on your mobile phone, you have your face detection application, correct? Like whenever you try to take an selfie, so always this rectangular box or circular box starts to appear around your face, and it also tries to recognize your age, sometimes gender also. In some of your OnePlus phones and all these things, we have that feature, right? So now that is a probabilistic feature, okay, and predictive and probabilistic feature, right? In the sense like, yeah, the face getting detected, if it is there, then that is good. If it is not detecting sometimes because of lighting or something like that, that is all right. But having said that, let's say we are speaking about a feature like an brake, okay? The brake is supposed to, when it is applied, it should 100% occur, right? It cannot be probabilistic. Let's say you are speaking about an ATM. When you try to enter your key, your money should be getting dispensed. It is not a probabilistic feature saying that kabhi kabhi hota hai, kabhi kabhi nahi hota hai, right? You cannot have it in that way, right? So for anything which is non-probabilistic kind of a response, if at all you are trying to look at, then you should never try to look at the AI part of it. Okay, you will not try to do an activity with a probabilistic nature where outputs are expected to be certain. All right, if it is like pakka, if it is otherwise, only then you go for your AI. So all of your AI solution pipeline are probabilistic. This is very essential thing which you should remember to a given client, whether you want to go for an probabilistic response or like certain response is something what you are supposed to look at before you promise whether you are offering an AI solution or a traditional solution. Okay. So now when you say traditional solution is more like your calculator for the sake of discussion, right? So when you say add two numbers, 2 plus 2, it is always supposed to be 4, no matter if it is in the like daylight or in the night or like with light, without light or whatsoever it is. Okay. But at the same time, like when we try to look at machine learning, a face detection application is more of an machine learning kind of a statement. Okay, if you try to change your daylight or your lighting is not really very well, or so many other conditions, okay, it basically tries to recognize a face, not recognize a face, and quite a few things. Okay, that is kind of a probabilistic feature. So the idea is like if the response is supposed to be certain, you should go for your traditional problem. So when we say traditional problem, okay, there is your problem. From your problem you will simply try to pen down all of your rules, and then when you pen down all of your rules, then these rules are something which you try to convert into a program and then capture into your document, or like capture into your programming system, right? And then try to compute and then try to bring about the solution. But in the case of a machine learning, you'll do something different. So what is this something different? Yes, you take all of this data, you start with doing something called your data. Once you have your data, you simply try to what you say, kind of take all of this data, put it together, and then create a statistical model. Okay. So the process of coding is basically to discover this statistical model. Okay. So when you say you wanted to discover this statistical model, you are kind of consolidating all of these observations. That is why previously I have made a statement saying that what is AI? Experience housing is your AI. Okay. When they want to speak it in more of a maths terms, then they call statistical modeling or machine learning. Okay. Or deep learning. These are the terms what they try to use. All right. So now, like we haven't come to generative side, we will also come to generative side, but we are trying to establish our deterministic thing. So that is what we do. We do not try to discover the logic. Like in the sense, we have almost 30, 35 people sitting in this class now. right? When I want to create a face detection application, I'm not actually taking all of your faces to again to create my program. Rather, I already took some 10,000 faces out from there and then try to create a model for face detection. So when this OnePlus phone is shipped to you, it is automatically detecting your face, right? So it is a statistical information. So like let's try to take one more example. Let's say we have an physician or a doctor, right? So when you go to a doctor, when you try to complain or tell him about your health problem, first thing what he does is like he basically checks your body temperature, and then he makes a statement saying that yeah, you have a fever and you do not have a fever. How did he make that impression, or like how did he basically respond in that way? He basically looked at, okay, your body temperature is about 98.5, then he says that you have a fever. If you have less than 98.5 or like 98.6, he'll simply say that you have a low fever.